Recently, Lil Tecca started to do some new way of marketing which not many artists know about. And the reason why this is so interesting is that not many people know about it, not many people are doing it. So there's a lot of opportunity on this untapped market. So if you are an artist or manager or someone working in the music industry, this is really important and definitely something you should check out. So let's get to the point. What is this new way of marketing that Lil Tecca is doing? It is called clipping, and what clipping means is that short form organic content at scale. So there's an artist, there's a bunch of content about the artist, music videos, live shows, interviews, and these clippers who make the clips are gonna form an army. So there's gonna be a lot of them, and then they're gonna make many clips out of these long form contents. They're gonna make the long form content into short form content and post it all over social media. So now let me show you how exactly this works, and I'm gonna show you some results that Lil Tecca got with this method. Okay, so here exactly you can see how this clipping army works. Here the business is obviously the artist, Lil Tecca in this example. And under here we have short form content. For example, like any videos on YouTube, live show videos, interviews or anything like that, like I said before. And down here we have army of clippers. And the clippers are given guidelines and rules to what to follow, what kind of content they can make. And as long as they follow those rules, they can be as creative as they want, and they can like even decide what content they use to make these videos, unless it's like told otherwise on the rules. So the clippers can use music videos or interviews or live shows, for example, or just one of them if they want. But usually clippers who make clips of artists make edits, and these edits often have more different types of content put together, almost like short music videos. And then it has some cool transitions, cool effects, and then lyrics as a text on top of it usually. But yeah, let me give you an example with this clipper, for example. So this clipper either gets to use already released song, or sometimes they can even use snippets that are not released. And once the clippers know what music to use, they will take the long form content, let's say this is like a music video, and they will reuse it, repurpose it, and make their own edit from it, and then they will post it on social media on whichever platform they are told to in the guidelines. So let's say for this example, they're gonna post it on Instagram and TikTok. And after the video is posted, they will share the link to a clipping agency, and the clipping agency is gonna check out if everything is following the guidelines, if everything is okay. If everything is okay, they will get paid. And then they will start to get paid hourly based on the views they get. And all of this happens on this platform called WOP. And WOP is simply put a community where you can give people tasks and you will pay them for the task. This example is the clippers who get the tasks. And once the clippers have created an account at WOP and they will join the Lil Tecca clipping community, they will get access to all these apps on the left. So we have announcements, pretty basic stuff, what is going on, news and that kind of stuff, success stories from clippers, some AI thing, I have no idea what that is. And in chat, like clippers can ask for help and get advices or just like talk about Lil Tecca stuff in general. And then we have content guidelines, which is basically where all the guidelines are and the rules and all the advice that the clippers would need to do this, basically. And then last but not least, we have content rewards, and this is the place where clippers actually get paid to do this. So let's just open the first one, for example. Here you can see the man himself, Lil Tecca, and down here you can see how much people are getting paid. They are getting paid 25 cents per 1,000 views. Type clipping, minimum payout, whatever, maximum payout, category music, and only on TikTok. Yeah, but pretty simple. But the interesting thing is here you can see the budget. The budget is 15,000 and this whole budget is paid out already. So this budget is basically used. And here this orange thing shows up how much of the budget is used. So these are used completely and these are not yet. But yeah, let's open these Do Me reactions clips. Once the clippers have done their videos, they have read the guidelines, they followed the guidelines, they made the videos, posted the videos. Here, down here, they will submit it, they will post a link, and then they just wait until they get paid. So now we're gonna go through some results that Lil Tecca could potentially have if and when all these campaigns get finished. And yeah, there are like these 3 new ones. The budget is not completely used yet, but it probably will be at some point. So I just counted everything based on that. So when we count the budget of all of these together and how many views they could get, the total budget would be 35,000, and the amount of views you would get with this budget would be 142 million views. Once all these campaigns are finished, this is how many views he would have gathered in total. But like for big artists in music industry, is this like really that much money for marketing? I don't know. And is this like a lot of organic eyeballs on you? I think so. It's pretty worth it. So you can think for yourself, this 25 cents per 1,000 views compared to ads, which would be at least like $8 per 1,000 views and more. So you can think for yourself that comparing those two, that this is quite a lot cheaper. And also it's really convenient because it's for different use. Ads are not horrible, there's always use for ads, but this is just better for, especially if you want organic reach. So these results are supposed to be just to give you kind of an idea what could be done, what is possible. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you and you might want to give it a try, contact me. I have my own clipping agency and we will take care of all of this, so you don't need to figure everything out. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you and you might want to give it a try, contact me, link in the description. I run my own clipping agency and we will take care of everything. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.